Hello, hello, and welcome to the third installment of Naughty Lines, the show where lines are drawn below the belt and sometimes above the belly. Today I have with me my third guest, a very special guest, one that I have been admiring for quite a while, and even though they've only been around not that long, they've still made a huge impact. Give it up for Dork Boy.
I just want to say thank you for having me actually because I never thought I could hear the words very special guest and then after those words just dork boy. That this is just amazing experience for me right now.
Well, I'm happy to make it an amazing experience. I hope that you have fun on the show. So yeah, for everyone out there, this is Dork Boy. He is a NSFW artist on Twitter, and
Hello.
he has been in circulation. He said since about March, and it's been a crazy ride. So like yeah, Dork Boy. Even though, well, I'm gonna call you Dork from now on. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so yeah, Dork, you've been on the rise. It's only August, and throughout the summer, you've already amassed 1,000 followers on Twitter, and you've amassed a following of people who really do love your work. What do you think of your like growth? Like, what was the experience like? Like just seeing that number surpass 1,000 and just like being like, wow, I'm here.
It it was a wild ride. You have no idea. Um, yeah, I did start around March. It was the beginning of quarantine, and everything was shut down. I had nothing else to do, so I literally just started posting art, and I just started doing fan art for some of my favorite Twitter artists. Which can I name? Can I name some of them? Is that
Yeah,
fine?
go ahead. That's fine. We
Uh,
we're all about supporting artists on this show.
yeah. Uh, some of my favorite Twitter artists was Scrub for Work. Check them out too, and then Ginu with the dog character with Mama June. They're all great Twitter artists. I love them. And of course there was Neko Mimi Cream Pie, or like I think it was called like that. Neko Neko Cream Pie. There we go. I think Neko Cream Pie. She also does really good art. I just really was inspired by a lot of Twitter artists just to like get myself motivated and like post a bunch of fan art, and it just automatically gained a following, and I just gained a lot of followers from it, and that's just like I guess you can say it was a little overwhelming for me, but it was honestly I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and as far as I'm aware, like cuz okay, so for instance, like a lot of artists on Twitter, especially of the NSFW variety, you have a curious cat. Uh so I okay, I'm gonna be asking you questions. I should have said this before, but I'm gonna be asking you some questions about your experience with the NSFW scene as well as the art scene, and get your take and like experience, kind of like what you view, like what your views are, what you might want to see change, and what you hope to see in the future for these kind of things. If there's anything that you don't like want to talk about, just let me know, and I want you to be as comfortable as possible during this whole thing. But yeah, so first question for you would be: you have, like you said, blown up, and you have a curious cat.
Yeah.
How many unsavory types have you ran into yet? Like, or have you run into unsavory types, such as uh,
Like
like
is you like saying like kind of suspicious people
like
kind
people
of
asking to see your feet, kind of thing?
no, I actually surprisingly no,
Oh,
I have
awesome.
never gotten one. It's probably because um like I'm not that extremely popular. I'm barely blowing up, but But yeah, I haven't got any weird things like that actually. But I did have people call me cute before because I did post a face reveal of me eating a bowl of cereal when I hit 600 followers.
Yeah, I
You-
saw that.
I just I told them, hey, I'll eat a bowl of cereal if I get 600 followers, and that same day I did. So I'm just like, oh, time to make a video.
All right.
But yeah, I haven't got any weird things like that lately. No.
Well, that's good. I mean, like, expect to. It's gonna happen. But it'll happen. It's just good that you haven't yet. I mean, I've seen the creepiness that some people can put out there. Uh,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've seen them too, but I'm kind of glad it doesn't happen with me, and I hope it doesn't happen with other creators, of course, because
right.
that's kind of I just it's just why.
Yeah. Okay. So another question to you is, what got you started on your art journey? Like, what got you out of bed and made you think, you know what, I'ma do art? Did you start at a young age, or did you start recently?
Oh, I actually started at a very, very early age. Um, I started around when I was 6 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like, um, I just started doing drawing a lot. I just started doing a lot of stick figures and just seeing, I guess you can say my first exposure to animation or art as a as like a whole thing is it really inspired me to do something like whoa, like it was very surprising to me, like whoa, these people are drawing and they're making the characters move, and I thought it was just a robot doing all these things. When I was a kid, I was just like, oh, it's just a robot making all these characters move. No, these are people doing artistic abilities to make like animation, just illustrations, and all this stuff, and like it really amazed me when I was a kid, so I started doing that a lot, and I got inspired, and I'm still inspired today to do a lot of art.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Well, I mean, when it comes to the future of like, you and your art, I do hope all the best for your future. I hope you begin to grow. I hope you continue to grow in
Thank you.
like on both of your platforms, and hopefully you get to a spot where you can comfortably say I am a professional artist and everything like that. Like I do hope that happens for you.
uh, I kind of do hope that happens for me too, but like my parents aren't really fond of it.
Mhm.
You know, like they're just they're just like, oh, it's like, oh, he's doing art. This like, yeah, that doesn't make you money. I'm just like, of course it does, but I mean, it's just it kind of puts me down sometimes, but I still get back up just just like from seeing all the support I get from just doing art.
Right, and it's the fact that when it comes to I I want to say, I don't want to say older people, but it's also, that's kind of the only word for it. Parents in general, like, I get their mindset. It's like they think that there's a lot of parents out there that think that in order to make a good living, make a very hefty amount of money, you have to work with your hands or get into an actual like be a doctor or be a
Yeah,
cop
like
or
get
something
to
like
like
that.
yeah, get something physical with you, you know?
Yeah, like I've seen plenty of situations where parents are kind of hesitant to let their kids pursue a dream or career of art, but I hope they come around because I mean art is a very it's needed in this world. I don't think parents or even that many people in general really realize just how much art influences day-to-day life. Like someone had to design the logo for many of the stores that you walk into, and that was an artist. Like that was
Yeah.
a design artist.
It's
But
like
anyway,
it's just apparently just like art is everywhere, to be honest.
yeah, art
Like
is everywhere. Like it's literally anywhere you look, you can see something that was influenced or created through art.
It's just like of a building is art. It's architecture.
Mhm.
Like you're just looking at the amazing structure of like buildings and like patios and like all these things. It's all art. You can make art out of anything, to be honest. It's
So
just
yeah, and sorry to cut you off right there. There's all that also leads me on to my next question. Uh, what kind of advice would you have to any aspiring artists out there, be it them wanting to pursue NSFW or just casual art? Um, like, what kind of advice would you like to give to aspiring artists or young artists that are just starting out and maybe have some doubts because people are putting them down or things like that?
well, to like inspire people, if they really want to get into NSFW art, I just say go right ahead. Just like dive head first because that's what I kind of did. I just dove right in because it just seemed fun to me. And if you seem like if you have fun with it, then I guess that's when it just hits. You're just like, huh, this is really fun. I should do this more often. Like, I guess you can say, just like find a sense of motivation when wanting to do NSFW art or just art in general. Like, find something within you and just like do it, you know? It's like a very hard emotion to explain for me. It just kind of happened.
All right. So like so it's basically just like if you're wanting to do it, go ahead and do it. Like just jump
Yeah.
head first if you really want to, or is that your would that be the preferred kind of like is that the advice that you're giving, just basically like jump head first cuz it's a wild ride, or
Well, well, that's just coming from me, but
right.
if you're wanting to do it, like, but seriously, but I would recommend maybe practicing a bit,
Mhm.
maybe just like grow along as you do your art. Like, how do I say this? Like, post your art and then see how you can improve on the last one and then keep improving until you just hit to that spot where just like, hey, I feel comfortable doing this art now, and you just keep moving along,
Okay,
feel
awesome.
amazing doing it.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I get that. Just like it's just like with getting into a new hobby or something. It's just
Yeah,
like
you're just having fun with it. It's just honestly just fun. I just enjoy it. Just not really anything that I have else to say. It's just I really enjoy doing this stuff, and I'm s- and I get support, so I'm really happy for that.
okay. So next question would be why do you do what you do? Like why do you do this? Is it because of is it through just straight up like a passion for what you do?
Um, that's actually a good question. Like there was I didn't know what I wanted to do with art, but the things that I do, I just I guess you can say like it just happens. It like I just do it, you know? I
Mhm.
just do the things that I want to do, and then I just have the sense of I guess you say happiness when doing those things. Like I just mildly enjoy it, and why I do it is just to keep myself feeling happy and just making other people's days, or just having a person smile is just honestly really great to me.
Okay.
That's why I kind of do what I do, even if it's NSFW or safer work. If I just make someone smile or make their day through my art, then that honestly keeps me motivated on the things that I do.
Right, and it's because especially like when it comes to um doing what you do in order to make people happy, like put smiles on people's faces. That is why that's I would say I hope I'm safe to assume this. Like that's kind of what content creators are out there for, is whether you be an artist or a video editor or just like a YouTuber or anything like that. That's what we're here for, is to make all of you out there smile. And
Hmm.
I do very much connect with that. I've been hooked on YouTube since 2006, and it's like a
The early
year,
days, huh?
yeah, a year after it even like launched. And so I've been on this platform for so long, and for so long I've wanted to do this. I've wanted to make people smile. Like the same reason you do what you do is as well for me, is to make people smile. And the day that I get to do that is amazing, and I'm glad that I'm able to do it with people like you and people like Jelly and Lizzie and future guests. Uh,
That's
like
nice. Yeah, that's nice.
I really
Thank you.
like that. I really like that answer.
It's just it just makes my day just seeing people just like my art, because I know that I made someone out there, at least someone, just one person out there at least smile or made their day. That just honestly makes me happy.
Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna get a little bit into the I don't want to say nitty gritty, but it's kind of okay. Let me put it this way: cancel culture. That is
Ooh.
pretty big right now, and
Ooh.
for for NSFW artists, it's a very like stressful term, especially because there's so many things going on right now where cancel culture is kind of kind of targeting people like you. And I wanted to see what your take on cancel culture would be, like what you think about it, and if you like what changes you think it could use, or if it just needs to stop. Like what do you think?
Mm. Well, cancel culture as a whole, I think it's good if it's handled correctly. If it's handled like not just wildly like everyone is doing a tantrum, just handled correctly. Have receipts, have like evidence on why you're canceling this person, and like just overall have it organized before you just jump everyone jumps onto that person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just like don't jump into conclusions. You have to have you have to show evidence. Like I honestly hate cancel culture, but I feel like if it's organized and it's actually handled correctly, then we can actually make progress instead of just hating on that one person, and it turns out that one person didn't do anything wrong at all.
Right, because for instance, and I brought this up in episode 1, but like if you've been following the whole Yandere Dev situation for the last month, uh,
Yeah.
it's I I don't think cancel culture. Okay, I do believe cancel culture is good, for that type of thing. Like, of course, I'm not condoning harassing someone. Of course not. No
Yeah,
one.
that's where it goes crazy.
Yeah, no one deserves to be harassed, no matter what. Like even, like, and I say this with a grain of salt because there are some people who deserve horrible circumstances, and that means going to jail, serving time for crimes that
Yeah.
they have committed. But like as far as like getting harassed and like death threats, those kind of things, I don't believe anyone should get something like that. Simply because that's not the right way to act with any kind of situation.
Yeah, but it's like it's depending on the person.
It's depending on the
If like
person
if
and the
that
situation.
person, yeah, Because if that person didn't do anything wrong and they don't, and people are just making things up and don't have evidence and just harassing and sending them death threats, that's that's where cancel culture is needs to stop. But if
E-
the person did all these things with the evidence and like receipts, then I'm pretty sure they should not still not be harassed or get death threats, but still owe up
face the
to the things that
consequences.
yeah, face the consequences, owe up for the things they've done.
Right, because I can't remember right off the top of my head, but there was a artist on Twitter that recently posted saying like, uh, please stop, please stop redesigning OCs and art that either I or other artists put out. It's not a good thing to do. It's a douchey thing to do. And then at the very end, it says like, please do not harass the people that you see doing this. Cancel culture is toxic and anything and everything like that. And I agree cancel culture can be toxic, but like you said, it if it's done correctly and through the right channels, I believe it can be used for good. It's just the way that it's being handled now is very immature and borderline hostile.
Like yeah, like this. Let's say this person sent out death threats to other people. Let's send him death threats too. It's like you're being the same person. You're being the same person as him. You're
Mhm.
literally doing the same thing as the person that's sending death threats. That doesn't make a difference. You're just making yourself look badly the same. And
Exactly.
I just honestly don't like cancel culture, but if it needs to be used correctly sometimes, not just jump on the bandwagon and let's hate on this person for no apparent reason.
Mhm.
But the thing
Uh
with like Yandere Dev, like you said, yeah, I mean he's done a lot of bad things.
yeah.
I mean it's plainly obvious now. Then I don't think. Uh, I think he just should own up to the things right now,
Mhm.
like own up for the things he's done. But yeah, cancel culture needs to be handled correctly sometimes, and that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Uh so another thing with artists especially of your variety, the NSFW community, there seems to be what is it? There seems to be a lot of flack because there's a lot of people who think that NSFW artists don't really need to be here because there's a lot of people who are sensitive to that kind of stuff. And I've seen situations where there are people who do not want to see that kind of stuff, and even though it's as easy as don't follow and don't see, they still target you. They still target artists like you and try to get you canceled. So, what would you if you had a chance? What would you say to people like that? To people who are just targeting artists like you and trying to get you canceled.
Um, if I was or like were to get canceled,
Mhm.
I have to say like um I don't know, like do you have like a specific reason? If I actually don't really know.
Well, it's
Huh. It's I
like
guess you can say it's like very confusing
yeah,
in a way.
confusing as to why they do it.
Yeah, if if the person W channel or NSFW um Twitter is actually doing something wrong,
Mhm.
they're doing something that's not good and just making themselves look bad, then I guess they should apologize or be canceled in a humane manner correctly and just for the things they've done.
Okay.
But people that like tend to cancel NSFW artists for like reasons
Just like
that don't
doing what you
actually make
do,
sense.
like
Yeah,
literally just for doing what you do, just drawing and uh
just drawing a pair of anime badonkers just and it gets canceled, and I'm just like, haha, just haha, this person is drawing anime titties. Let's cancel him. I'm just like, there's no reason to do that. It's just it's. I guess you can say it has the same sense as that one character that everyone's been talking about. Uh, what's her name again? Uzumaki-chan or something like that.
the one with the very huge badonkers with the shirt that's too tight, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
guess you can say that that's the type of sense that people are going for. It's just like this person is like making fun of the woman's body, and just it's this is inhumane. You shouldn't be doing this. It's not on. It's not cool to do that. I honestly don't find it nice to just make fun of someone's art and just say uh, just cancel them over for that.
mhm.
It's just honestly not okay. And I don't like that side of when it comes to canceling artists just because they enjoy drawing this thing or enjoy drawing this one character that has a specific body part or a specific gender or a specific way they look. They shouldn't, the artist shouldn't be canceled for that. It's just honestly kind of stupid for me.
Okay. So another question that I've asked before. I've asked my recent guest Jelly. To the people who say that, because there's a lot of people who say that NSFW artists only draw because they're horny mongrels, and like they can't draw unless they're horny, and that's the only reason that they do what they do.
That
Not because they
that is a
appreciate art.
complete lie.
Yeah, like it's a stigma in like the fan base, I guess you could call it. So, what do you have to say to that stigma and to the people who actually believe that?
To the people that actually believe that NSFW artists only draw things because they're horny or they're just wanting to get off to things, it's honestly not true at all. Like we're we're to, some NSFW artists that I know are literally just normal people. They're just normal people that go on their day-to-day lives. They're not freaking, what'd you say it was again?
Horny mongrels.
Horny mongrels. We're not like that. We're honestly just normal people that just like to do this for fun and entertain other people with it too. It's just I find that really dumb and just kind of, you can say it's beginning to like to become a stereotype for NSFW artists.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I brought it up is that there's like cuz I know that's not true. I know the first guest of the show, Lizzie, uh she she does great work with the NSFW art,
Yeah.
and it's the fact that a lot of people think that she's just always horny when she's drawing this, and also and it's stupid. But another question, just like trailing off this onto a branch of the first question, because I remember seeing this question asked to you on Curious Cat, and you answered it like it went on Twitter.
Oh, are you
So
talking about
someone asked
the
you
first?
if you get off to your own art.
Yeah, that's the question. No, I don't. I
Like,
I really don't. I made the art. There's I don't find any sense of attraction towards it. It's my own creation. Why would
mm,
I why would I find or why would I find a sense of horniness towards it. There's no point. Like it's my creation. Why would I have that? I honestly just make it for them. I honestly make it for the people that follow me.
Right. And it's because like honestly, people who think in my opinion, people who think that NSFW artists like they get off to their own art, which I guess is a valid question if they're truly like curious about it, but it's kind
Yeah.
of like it's just like with self inserts. Like if you self insert into your NSFW art, like, and people still ask that question, you're getting off to yourself. I don't know. I mean, if you're egotistical, I
It's
guess.
kind of a strange way to put NSFW art, but I honestly find it okay. I mean, if you're not doing something bad at the end of the day, I
Mhm.
mean, you're not doing anything bad. I mean, it's just you. And besides, most artists that insert themselves into NSFW art, mostly all adults that I know of.
Right.
They're all adults, and if they want to put themselves in their NSFW art, then I I say go ahead. It's you're an adult. You're doing your own decisions, so go right ahead. I find it perfectly fine. But it just kind of, in a sense, you're masturbating to the person. It's honestly just a weird concept, but I find
Mhm.
it okay. But it's just really depending on the person that's doing it.
Right. Okay. Uh. Okay. So yes, and I just remember that tweet and thinking that's the weirdest question I've ever seen.
Oh, that's the weirdest question I ever got.
Let's see. Another question for you would be, uh, if it weren't for art, what would be your plan B? Like, what would you be doing besides art if art didn't work out?
That is actually a really good question. Well, I did have a sense for engineering when I
Mm-hmm.
was a kid. Just like, whoa, cars are cool, but cars go broom. But yeah, I guess you could say like I had a sense for engineering as a kid, but because I saw um my some of my like uncles do engineering stuff with their cars,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like, whoa, this is really cool. And then they're showing me their motors and like stuff like that. I'm just like, it goes like brrr. I'm just like, whoa. It was, I guess you could say it was like it was fun for me just to look at, and I kind of so if it wasn't for art, if I didn't do art, then I would honestly would love to do engineering because just get in the cars,
Mm-hmm.
in the cars
Get into the automotive
instead of that
industry.
yeah, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of there I have I also saw another, okay, and also I promise I'm not stalking your Twitter, but I've seen the
That's honestly
questions
fine, dude.
I've seen the questions on my wall, and there was one I remember seeing someone asked you again on Curious Cat, asking if they can be your woman. What do you say to all of the to all the dork hungry femme fatales or manly men out there that might want to get a piece of dork boy?
There's men out there that like me?
I mean,
Excuse me?
surely somewhere. I mean,
I am
surely.
flattered.
But
I
like,
have never had a man me like me in general.
what do you say to all those who might wanna taste of the dork boy?
Who might want to taste the door. Whoa. Uh, I don't know, to be honest. I'm flattered. I'm really flattered. I'm stuttering. Oh my god. I'm flattered. I
Because
really
you
am.
got that question you got the question like, can I be your woman? And you did answer like, I believe you had answered like, I'm really looking for for the right person right now, but thanks for the offer, that kind of thing going on.
Yeah. It's honestly really weird. I don't know, but I guess you could say I am technically looking for the right person. I just I'm I don't know. It's not now. I mean, if I but, I can't. I'm freaking stuttering. Oh my god. Oh, dude, I'm blushing. Holy crap.
Oh, well, you heard it here first, folks. He's looking for the right one, and are you gonna be the right one? I don't know. I have no idea. Check in with
I'm
him.
so surprised that I do get questions like that actually, that people find me cute and like
Mm-hmm.
people find me attractive, and I'm just like, whoa, people like me.
Whoa. Whoa.
No, I don't know. It honestly makes me really flustered just hearing about that. It-
Mm-hmm.
I but if but yeah, I am very single.
He is very
I haven't
single,
I
ready to
haven't
mingle. Get out
I
there,
haven't
people.
dated I haven't dated anyone since like 1, 2 years, 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. Dated
Mm.
anyone in 3 years, and it, the last relationship I had wasn't very steady. And yeah, I'm just honestly wanting to look for the right one. It's single ladies, hey,
All
look
right,
me
people,
up.
get out there. Get out there. He's looking.
Uh, no, 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 don't stop.
um. Okay.
Uh,
So,
whew.
next question would probably be, um, since I said before, there's a lot of people who think that NSFW artists are always horny, or that's all they ever think about. But I notice you have a safe for work account, Dorky Corner. So
Yeah.
you do you what's your opinion on, like, would you want people to appreciate what you draw, and uh would you feel like underappreciated if all they appreciated was your actual, like, not safe for work account, like if they only appreciated those and didn't appreciate the other pieces that you went in and like demanded it? Or would you just take it as it's still people wanting to see my pieces, just they gotta have naughty bits exposed in them? So like,
Um,
what's your view on that?
I honestly just feel appreciated when people just overall look at it and just like, hey, or just like comment nice, or like that's a really good art, or amazing as usual. Like it, I guess you can say I would kind of feel underappreciated just because I'm the guy that makes NSFW art. Like I just don't want to make one thing for majority of my online career or something like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to be known for that. Just like, didn't you draw the didn't you draw Isabel from Animal Crossing with the huge ass or something? I'm just like, no, no.
Right,
I just don't want to be known for that, you know?
right, like
I just
you want to be known for your art in general, like for your artistic skills, not just the, like, the horny stuff that you'd post, like
yeah.
not the NSFW. You want to be known for your other works.
Yeah, I want to be known for my other works, yeah. It there that's mainly the reason why I made my safer work account, because I want other people to look at my other art and just like see that I do other stuff instead of just drawing badonkers and big booty freaking anime characters or like anthropomorphic characters or anything like that, you know? I
Yeah.
make other art too. And I
Right.
also
Yeah.
do animations, so like
Yeah, I saw that on your bio. It said that you also do animations and such. When are we gonna see that? When is that gonna come to the foreground?
like I tend to do a lot of I tend to do like very short animations, like
Mhm.
loops, but I only posted like one, which was on my NSFW account. But I really want to do some more animations. But I guess you could say like it was very time consuming just to do one.
Right.
But I would love the motivation and just the support just to do more, you know? I
Mhm.
guess you could like just seeing people like, hey, this is really good. It gives me motivation to do more, you know?
Yeah, like are you wanting to pursue a career in animation as well as art? Like are you wanting to have that be a part of your like your I guess your quota or your resume, that kind of thing? Or I can't remember what it's called, but like part of the package whenever you're hired on somewhere, you want that kind of career.
You're like on my portfolio, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
portfolio, that's the word.
yeah, that's yeah, you were looking for that word. I noticed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to do more animations in the future, and I would love to collab with other animators or other NSFW animators and just like have the sense of feel of like how physics work in animation, how all these like things work in animation. It honestly, I would love to have that in my portfolio, and I would love to work harder to get to that goal, to call myself an animator or call myself an illustrator and animator, you know?
Mhm.
But I would love to do more animations in the future, but right now, um, people are liking my illustrations for NSFW and SFW, and it's just I guess that's like the main thing people are liking right now. So, but I will if I feel like I want to do an animation, then I would honestly do it again and see if people like it or not.
Okay. All right, awesome. Yeah, cuz I mean, I can definitely see people wanting to see more of that. But of course, like it's obvious, do it at your own pace. Whatever's comfortable with you, that kind of thing.
Animation is very time consuming.
Exactly. Like it's just like with well, I okay, it's more animation's more work obviously. But when it comes to like editing a video as well, if it's a super long video, it can be
Yeah,
very time consuming.
people think it's not that much work, but it honestly really is. It
It really is.
really is. Just
Uh,
making just making one short 2-second animation could probably like take 7 to like 8 hours of work just to make those 2 seconds
mhm.
of what you see on screen. And I feel like people should be appreciating that more, you know?
Yeah.
People should be appreciating animators or take animators seriously because just like overall making a show or a TV episode or a movie, it's very time consuming and people should like be taking given more appreciation and love when it comes to animators, you know? Like I
Mhm.
would love to do more animations, but if like it just I don't know, I just need the sense of motivation and just like I guess you can say that, but
Yeah.
respect animators. They're doing this. They were going through life, spending 8 hours of work, or like probably 10 hours of work at most, just to make a minute of animation. Respect that. I respect that.
All right. Well, I think we're running low on time, so so for this episode, gonna be wrapping it up. I do really want to thank you, Dork Boy, for being here today. Thank you for accepting the invite. It was
Yeah.
great having you on.
I thought it was awesome. Freaking just I just got a random text message from you saying, "Hey, you want to go on my podcast?" I'm just like, "Hell yeah." Freaking that sounds awesome. Like I never been a guest on anything before, and that's just honestly amazing. And
Right.
I'm happy that you enjoy my stuff.
Oh,
That's
definitely. And the reason I say like I thank you for being here is because whenever I message artists for this show, uh, it's kind of nerve-wracking because I'm just a random dude popping into DMs and just being like,
sliding
"Hey,
into the DM.
yeah, like hey, you want to be on my show?" And it's worked okay for me so far, but I am really happy that you were able to be my third guest. So
I'm
yeah,
happy that you invited me. Holy crap, this is still an experience, bro.
yeah, definitely. Again, I do truly hope that um you grow to be bigger and bigger, just like becoming more of an influence on people in the near future. Is there anything that you might want to plug and or say before we wrap the video up?
mm, I don't really have anything to plug, but if I guess check out my Safer Work channel, Twitter, freaking at at Dork Corners, Dorky Corner. It, I honestly make other art as well, instead of just the whole NSFW face that I have. But I would love for people to see more of my Safer Work stuff. But yeah, and also to the fans, if you're a fan of me, um, thank you. I honestly really am happy that I have genuine people that love and support me for my art and just overall get happy to see me whenever I post, and I really thank all of you for that. You generally make me feel like a better person sometimes, and I'm honestly really happy for that. Just thank you. Thank you to you too. Thank you to Tony for inviting me. I really enjoyed it here. And you your podcast is going to be showing different opinions on NSFW artists and safer work artists in the future. So good luck with that. Like this is pretty cool. I honestly think it's really cool. But thank you for having me, and just thank you in general.
No problem. I was happy to have you on, and I will be sure to. I actually might bring you on for another episode in the future, just like with extra guests maybe, just to
Ooh,
just to get more of a have not have clashing opinions, but have a debate, I guess, within with the same questions with different people, like just seeing how opinions differ and seeing more into the mind if you were to get more artists together, just see what kind of beauty can come out of that. But yeah,
that sounds really interesting. I would love to be on that.
yeah,
I'm
definitely.
down. I'm definitely down to do that.
But yeah, that's all the time we have. All of you out there, thank you for joining us for the third installment of Naughty
Thank
Lions,
you. Thank you.
and
Thank you.
and I hope that you guys come back for episode 4, which should be up in about a week. I will be trying to release an episode a week, so that way you have something to look forward to in case like one day you have a bad day and like, oh look, the next episode of Nine Lines is up. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.
Ooh, yeah.